come from? Where you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing. Where do you come from? Where you going? What are you feeling tonight? And what are you showing? Where do you come from? 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 Where you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing.
What's going on? We are back. Whoa, my hair is getting edited out here. It's the Rudigs and Nads Cloud&Console. Welcome back, sir. It has been a minute. We are on episode 95. Oh my gosh, we must not be counting correctly. We must have double counted one, but we think we're at 95.
Yeah, we're close to 100. Getting close every time, right?
Yes. And I think there's going to be a giveaway at 100. Somebody said that. I said that.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
We're gonna have to set that up. Keep your eyes peeled.
We gotta make sure to keep our numbers correct then. Or we're gonna skip the 100.
Oh my god. I feel like the thing is editing out my hair. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Anyways, what's going on, Nads? Welcome back to the podcast. Nice to see you. Leveling up the situation as always. Let's get into what you've been able to game on. And what's been going on in the Nads gaming life? I know there's been a new raid. I'm sure you've been cracking into that. I know you want to talk a lot about Destiny, but we'll reserve that for the Destiny portion. So anything else? I know the Zomboid. So let's see.
Yeah, Project Zomboid. So this is little indie game you can play on GeForce now. It's fun. It's a survival game. It's a mix of, I would say, The Sims, because you got to improve your skills and stuff, and a survival game, put whatever there's out there. But yeah, you're just killing zombie, try to survive, loot's in place, read book to increase your skill. You can do increase your skill mechanic, medic, there's cooking, and all those skills make your life easier, construction and stuff like that, so you can build a camp and survive. And it's a hard given game, because if you die, that's it, you gotta restart a new character and rebuild all the skills. So it's a difficult game, but fun to play if you're in a group, because you can help each other. But yeah, I've been playing a little bit of that. I also been playing as usual some Raid Shadow Legend on my phone, and you can play on PC. A lot of fun. They're adding like new feature to it. If you're interested, go have a look. I know it's funny. Every time I play this game on my phone, people ask me, "What are you playing?" Oh, I think I saw the commercial about this game. Like, yeah, it's quite popular. A lot of fun. They always have event and stuff like that. They came out with a mythical like class of. Um, Character you can get now, so quite interesting. And last and not least, we're probably gonna talk more about it. Starfield. I did try it. Like my computer is struggling, so I'm probably gonna try it on xCloud. You mentioned that with the Game Pass, you can access it through the cloud, so I think that would be my best option because my computer cannot take it. But it's a fun game. Very better still, like if you're going around and stuff like that, looting all kind of crap everywhere. I noticed myself like looting everything as usual, and yeah, it's quite interesting. What about yourself, there, Rudigs?
Well, I myself, I jumped into Starfield on launch. I wanted to see what all this hype was. 10 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s, but we'll get into that when we do our breakdown and what the experiences were like. But let's just say I've started up a Demon Souls campaign because I've wanted to get through the Souls genre for a little bit. So I am ranking up, leveling up. Went to go take on the Tower Knight. Lost when he had 5% health left. It was heartbreaking today. But other than that, just been hanging out, gaming, having some fun. That's what it is all about. I know I'm missing one game that I've definitely turned on this
On
week, but I think I've
PlayStation,
just
maybe?
mostly been Starfield and Demon Souls.
Oh, wow,
Just been
okay.
playing through them. I have maybe 13, 14 hours into Starfield.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I have a lot of powers because I went around and I found all the powers. I
Oh,
don't
there
know
you go.
how far you're into it, so I don't want to spoil all
I
too
I
much.
just started today, but like just having the feel out of it. I'm currently on that planet with a research lab, and I'm clearing it of pirates. So I had a few crash on my computer because my laptop cannot take it, but definitely gonna try on the cloud because it's gonna be way easier for me. So yeah, definitely a must. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's jump into our show program
Yes.
and go through that. So I know there's been a lot of new changes to Destiny 2. We're coming up to a new season.
Yeah.
Let me know what's going on.
Yeah, so here we go. Let's move on to the Destiny 2 highlight. I'll start with Zur. Zur is on Nessus right now. He's selling the Crimson, the Gemini Jester for the Hunter for 68 total, and almost 814, a total of 68 for the Titan. Crown of Tempest for the Warlock, a total of 67, and he sell a lot of good armor, mid 60s to high 60s, so worth checking out. But the main thing I want to talk about is our dear showcase that we had this week. Very interesting that we had that. Here's a little glimpse about it. So some of the thing that was covered was like the final shape. So as you can see the video playing there, that's the final shape video. Very interesting about where we started and where we're at now. There's all going to be update on the supers, so for Void, Arc, and Solar for a different class. So I know the Titan Void is gonna get the hammer; he can slash around, which is pretty cool. The Warlock's gonna get a Solar boost. I try to remember where it does, but it's just like track the enemy. And then we have also the Hunter who's gonna have an arc throwing knife. He's gonna throw and he's gonna teleport there, which is pretty cool, very interesting. But that's one of the things they're updating. The other thing we're gonna see is that we're gonna be entering the Traveler. If you saw the video, you show up, you're in the tower, the original tower from Destiny 1. It's because the inside of the Traveler is going to take the view of what you've seen throughout the journey, right? So it should be quite interesting. There's going to be area we're going to see that we saw before that we're going to be there. And for sure, Cade 6 is coming back. Maybe it's going to be Cade 7. Who knows, right? It would make just more sense for Bungie. Cade 7. 7 is their lucky number, so right. But like we'll see what happened with that. There's also some new enemy type, as you can see there. They wear the power of the darkness, so that should be interesting. And also, instead of going towards season after the final shade, they're gonna go towards episode, and each episode is gonna give you more, and they plan to move ahead with the story. It's gonna be slightly different. I don't know what's gonna happen, but they show us a glimpse of it during the showcase. Just go have a look. The showcase is like worth it to look at. They're showing way more information than that. Also, there's a lot of stuff about what's coming up and some of the change happening. That being said, let's go look at the TWID. This week in Destiny. So we had Crota's and again, Clan Elysium won for the 4th time in a row, which is crazy. They're amazing, those people. Yeah, so Crota and is the new raid. It's a reprise raid from Destiny 1. They changed a few things, so I was able to participate on the day 1. I just made it to the 2nd encounter because I ran out of time. I couldn't continue on it, but it was quite interesting to play it onto Destiny 2. And then I think it was yesterday I played with the clan and we finished it. So then I got the quest for the exotic gun, because it's a quest same as the Destiny 1, so they went the same way, so it's quite interesting. You just gotta do a couple things there, but yeah, the raid is very fun. They reprised it and everybody was like thinking it's gonna turn like shit, and a lot of people now like, wow, they did make a difference. They had a different mechanic in it that was working perfectly, that you have to collect this ball of light, and then as soon as your timer is full, you give someone else take it from you, and you get enlightened, and then you can use a sword. You can do different thing with that. So pretty much worth it to check it out if you haven't done it yet. Other than that, we have a PvP strike team. So if you remember, there was like some controversy about what was happening with Bungie, and Joe Blackburn had a what do we call it? Emergency video, basically explaining what's coming up. And one of the things he mentioned was the PvP strike team. So it's going to be a team dedicated only for PvP, to update the PvP. They're going to have more map coming up, more gameplay. Like they're going to fix the PvP. So they know that the population of PvP is there. So they're going to work on that. And it's pretty good to hear that they're listening to the community. Other than that, we have some ritual armor set, new ritual armor set for this season, because that was another issue they talked about. It was they were talking to not give those, and then now they went back and they're like, okay, yeah, well, let's do it, because people are getting pissed off and we don't like that. Let's see here. I'll share that right here, just to show you the armor set. There we go. Looking pretty nice there. If you can see, it has like a little bit of the feel of the raid also, because it looks like all bony and stuff like that, so it's quite interesting. So can't wait to. I started to get like some of the set, and you get it by playing Gambit, Vanguards, and also Crucible. So yeah. But that's pretty much it for Destiny. Like, just that's like a fastball about what happened in the last couple of weeks. Because I was, I didn't get the opportunity to talk much about Destiny in the last little while. But a lot of change within the season. Now we have a new season of the Witch, and yes, the Witch Queen is back. Now we had to deal with Imaru, her ghost, and then we helping him out to get Erismore to become a hive. Now she has a worm and she turned into a hive. We give her some power, and now the system, it's using cards, which is quite interesting. If you haven't jumped into Destiny this season, it's worth checking out. A lot of fun. But that's everything for Destiny 2.
Ooh, we're getting into cards. Maybe that's leading into why did his name just draw a blank? He had the Ace of Spades as a gun. Is it
Cade, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of that theme going along
I think the issues that a lot of people complain because it was every season was the same way, so they had to change it a little bit. So they went with this card system, which is pretty interesting. If they change it every season, well, there's 4 more seasons to go, and then they're gonna move into those episodes, which might be different every time. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yep. And thanks for sharing some Destiny news. Let's jump into, and I apologize, Nads, if I say anything you don't want to hear in terms of spoilers. I will try to keep the spoilers on low. But I just wanted to go over my impressions when it comes to Starfield and what happened. So when I booted it up on xCloud, day 1, minute 1, instant access. Access, I was
That's good.
It was actually, I was extremely surprised. However, I got all of the gradiness. I got all of the lagginess. None of the textures came in properly.
Oh, yeah.
So I was a little bit frustrated with that experience. Eventually, it goes in and out of like playable states where it's like extremely, like if you go to your menu and you go to your star map, like that can sometimes take a very long time in Cloud. So I may like caution you against it. I actually ended up downloading it straight to my laptop, so I'd be able to play it locally.
Oh, yeah.
However, I don't know if I'll be able to finish the campaign as a first-time Bethesda player, because I have never gone into the Fallouts or the Skyrims of previous. I mean, the game just has me menu jumping from point A to point B. I go to speak to someone and I'm given 3 options. I either attack them, I persuade them, or I do another mission. I feel like I'm extremely limited. I feel like it's not optimized for controller whatsoever. Moving that little cursor like around to like all of those things was just very like difficult, user friendly. Yeah, I'm not like super happy. I feel like the space, it kind of made me sick, like trying to do those dog fights. I don't like having like nothing in between, and there's nothing in space. Like you can't fly to any of the planets, right? You have to do the grav jumps because the spaces are so grand. And it's just crazy. I keep building up crew members and putting them in a ship, but the ship doesn't have any given capacity. So I have like a clown car filled with crew members just constantly rotating. The wrench, yes. SPG brings up the wrench. So there's a mission where they're like, oh, something so-and-so needs some maintenance and repair so we can get better signal analysis. So I'm like, okay, I must be having to go out on a spacewalk, go and maybe fix a couple things, walk over to the bench to grab the wrench. I go, grab the bench, text comes up and says, oh, you've been fixing and smoke and wires and stuff blows up, and you hear tick 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 carpentry noises, sawing, and then the mission's complete.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? What?
Yeah.
What?
That sounds like Bethesda.
Why is there only one enemy type? All I've ever fought is spacers. Spacers are everywhere.
What's that called? The alien or what?
No, there's no aliens. There's like some bugs that walk around on planets.
Yeah.
But other than that, all I'm doing is fighting these humanoid people called spacers, which are the space pirates.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's funny, because you know what? I think Bethesda came out this game and they're waiting on the community to come out with all those nice mods, and that's what's gonna happen. This game's gonna go well with the community creating all the mods to fix the game, and that's what happened with the previous game. But I feel now they kind of like threw it out there for the amount of time they were working on that game. It's just crazy. But yeah,
you know, if you run in one direction on a planet, you'll hit a border that says, just an invisible wall that says, "You've reached the border, return to your ship."
Oh, really? You cannot visit the old planet?
Stops you. It just stops you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ray was posting pictures about it. I mean, it's just so hard. And like, I was cutting an artifact out of the rocks. You know how you've done that before, right?
Yeah.
Cut an artifact out of the rocks with the cutter.
Yeah.
AI, my companion, walked in front of the cutter. Just, I'm like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What? How are you? Why are you killing yourself?
Exactly.
SPG saying, I'm very concerned with Bethesda's choice of the creation engine moving forward. They have my favorite IPs. Oh, my IPs, which makes me sad.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'll give it.
The creation system they're using, like the it looks like Fallout, looks like Skyrim.
Yes.
It's just the same way of walking the planet. Like only a few things are interactive. What's interactive is kind of glowing or like has a different texture. Speak to text sucks. Just like, what? Really? Oh my god. Yeah.
No, I think that's how he's typing into YouTube.
Oh,
hey,
okay,
Bliss.
IP, yeah. But yeah,
it's hard because the combat, for instance, when you do the gunplay, wouldn't you say that the gunplay in Cyberpunk itself seemed more evolved? I'm just at a loss at why a brand new game in 2023, the gunplay just feels like very hollow and like an afterthought.
And I think they went to RPG on that sense, because I think you need to improve your skills to get better at it, so your aiming is a little bit better. I don't know. I started playing with the pistol, and sometimes I don't hit the target. He's right in front of me, and my aim is on him. I'm like, it's not registering, or is that because I need to improve my skills so I can hit the target better? I'm like, the bullet is going nowhere. So I don't know. Yeah, the gunplay is interesting, and it takes forever to reload the weapon. And I chose a soldier, and I'm like, as a soldier, I should know how to reload a weapon faster. You know?
You would hope so.
Yeah.
SPG says, I don't think the game is necessarily awful. I just think that their marketing is atrocious and makes you think you're getting a different game. Wilson says, marketing was that it was the snake oil of the year, and frankly, I'm not feel vim, vigor, nor veer. Yeah, Wilson.
Well, that's just
Wilson's an artist here.
They took what, 10 years to create that game, and it feels like, I don't know, it's missing something. Maybe I don't know what happened. Maybe they're working a lot on the graphical texture. I don't see it on my laptop. I'm probably gonna try it a bit more on the cloud and see if it works better. But visual is one thing, and Bethesda always like to make beautiful visual. Like, the moment you exit out and you see the area, they like to make it grandiose almost. It make me feel like a Fallout, like coming out of the vault. It's the same thing. So I don't know.
But when did we have that moment in Starfield? I feel.
When you exit out and the music changes, like, damn, it's just like when you exit out the mine, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
And then you're outside, you can look around. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's it.
It's just, I cranked all my settings up to ultra. I took a look into the sky, and it was just gray on Mars. I was like,
oh my
okay,
God.
the sky's kind of empty. And then when you go to take off your ship, I know I may be harping on this, but I just wanted to feel like rumble, like, but all it does is like go into a loading screen and then I'm appeared in space.
Yeah,
and I will tell you, I've never played a Bethesda game, but the first time I opened a door and it loaded and then I just appeared in the next room, I was like, what is happening? Why did that? It pulls you from the immersion.
And that's their system. It's just to confine area so like it doesn't overload the game too much. And that's the thing, like if you play Fallout or Skyrim, every time you enter a building, there's a loading screen. There's been though mods that you can install for those games like Skyrim that make all the door open and then there's no loading screen. It's all integrated, but like your computer needs to be quite powerful to make that work, which is quite interesting. So
what I don't get is they created all of this open space of nothingness, right? Because you can fly your ship from Mercury to Pluto, but it would just take you like 7-8 days. But it's all generated, right? It's all there.
But there's nothing else. That's the thing.
It's literally emptiness. Am I crazy?
Yeah, I feel like they came out with the game, they release it as it is, and the modder is gonna change everything. The modder community is gonna fix the game. They're gonna add more spaceship, like more pirates in the space. They're gonna add other feature, like you can travel through the planet, discover more stuff. You're gonna have vehicle on planets, because apparently that's something that was asked. It's like, why there's no vehicle on the planet?
Why? It's
people's gonna come up
950 meters in this direction. I'm like, what? I'm just it reminds me of a cozy game almost. If you compare this game to AAA titles made in 2023, SPG says it falls very short. If you compare it to a 10-year-old game like Fallout 4, it's a closer but bad comparison. You can see there's a lot of emotions in chat. But how could it, shouldn't they push gaming further? Shouldn't they evolve gaming after that amount of time? I feel like it's a large cycle.
I feel like Starfield was like a little project on the side, because it's still working on Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the big one coming out. It's gonna be the last one what's his name there? He's gonna make before retiring. Todd Howard. So I think they're concentrating on that, and Starfield was like kind of like a side project, I feel like, and they hype it up, and that's what they came out with. Like it's sad, but like, don't get me wrong, give it like some time and the game's gonna be great. They're gonna do update, they're gonna have DLC, they're gonna have this and that. The thing is,
right, 300,000 people are playing on Steam, and that's where the modding community is. The rest of those people,
Xbox is also a modding community.
Because I had read an article saying that they wouldn't be playing with a lot of the mods from PC.
Oh, really?
On the Xbox side, yeah, because Xbox is more closed towards mods, so they won't be
So it's
really
limited
allowing
to
that
what
into
the
the
game. Okay.
David Wilson says, if they gave me this in Skyrim's place, I would have loved it, but not as much as Skyrim. Bliss says, gonna try out Armored Core today for the first time. Bliss, you won't be disappointed. That is my game of the year.
Oh yeah.
Procedurally generation is a crutch they heavily leaned on. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I assume they procedurally generated all of these planets. If you look at the star map, it's pretty big. But 1,000 planets. I mean, the story seems to go on for on and on and on. I can't imagine finishing it if there's that many planets. Yeah, pull open the star map next time and just take a look at how big it is. It is very large. Ayo, it says Lo-Fi Monk, thanks for stopping in. I agree with Nads. The modders will definitely fix it, but they should not have to.
Exactly.
Right?
They shouldn't have to.
Should
but...
come out. I keep comparing it to like Mass Effect. I feel like it doesn't have that same kind of combat style. I'd like to see something maybe more like that. I don't remember if you play Mass Effect. Yeah, that's kind of just what I was expecting, an evolved version of that, based on the marketing.
Well, that's the thing. It's better as that's the way they do it. It's not necessarily the best way, but yeah, it's just it's sad, but it is what it is. Until we see something else, I'm pretty sure you can right now download fucking unofficial like update for Starfield from like
already.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. So I wouldn't be surprised if like it's available. So, but yeah, it's just the modding community is always doing everything. What's that?
And the outpost building, you gotta. If you ever figure out how outpost building, you gotta let me know, because they give you no explanation. And then they're like, "Oh, this is a good place to build an outpost." And then I try to build an outpost, and it's like zero explanation. I'm just given these buildings to place. Like I was so.
I'm pretty sure if it's like Fallout 4. It's like the same way where like you choose the part and put your flooring, put your wall, or put the pod all together and they all snap into each other. I'm pretty sure they use the same way. I'm 100% sure. I don't think they like change the way they did that. So it was functional for Fallout 4, so maybe they keep it the same thing. So. Yeah,
the creation engine is horribly outdated, and I'm worried about Elder Scroll as long as they incorporate the wrench. Yeah, the wrench. That was like Nads. When I walked up to that wrench and I was told to fix the space station, and all it did was carpentry noises, and that was it. And I completed I was like, "Whoa, what is this game?"
Yeah, that's That's probably their way to avoid like having too much animation or anything like that. So
Google gives it a 3.3, which I just literally looked up Starfield review. I guess that's what the audience reviews are saying, but PC World gives it a perfect 5 out of 5. I guess these are people who enjoy the best game Bethesda ever created. So there's a lot of varying opinions. In one way, I say it's kind of like Indian food. I know half of the world loves Indian food. It's just not the type of food I eat.
Yeah.
The maps.
The what?
Nads, I just want to bitch about the maps for 1 second.
The map.
Why is there no maps in the game? Like, when I get to a new planet, a mini map, an architectural layout. When I get into the commerce area, I should have some sort of mini map that shows me where the various stores are. It's just like, go find it yourself. I was just...
Maybe it's a feature they're going to add later. Oh, no.
I know you're not here to answer. You're not here to answer. I'm just here to...
I don't know.
How could you not like curry?
Yeah, I think...
it's not my flavor.
I think if you've played a bit of the game, you had an expectation for Starfield, and getting Starfield the way it is, it's like, Okay. Yeah, the game could be better, but yeah, it's Bethesda, so that's the result out of it. But if you're a new player for Bethesda, you're gonna be like kind of like, oh, okay, there's better game out there. Like, why I'm playing this game type of thing. So yeah.
And that's what's crazy is Microsoft set that expectation when they bought Bethesda for $7.5 billion. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking in my mind, they must have seen Starfield, and it's a flippin' amazing game to pay that much money. I'm just not sure how they're going to return on that investment.
No,
SPG says, I would have paid $100 for that game. I would have given it a 5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I got it for GamePass for like $20. So 7 out of 10. Can definitely have fun running around, but Bethesda is outdated.
And that's the thing. Microsoft didn't buy Bethesda for what's coming. They bought it for all the series they had. Fallout and Elder Scrolls is two big series, right? You look at ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, it's still going. It's still owned by Bethesda / ZeniMax. This is still like keep going. You know, the community is very good and they're like very big, so that's gonna keep added. And then like it's just a franchise they bought basically. And don't get me wrong, I think Bethesda always been putting game out there first for Xbox and then PC and PlayStation later on, but like they were always sold Xbox. So it was, I don't think it was like a big news when I found out Microsoft bought them, but yeah. We'll see, like yeah, I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but like SPG is saying, I'm very like worried about Elder Scrolls now, because if this use the same engine,
yeah. Their peak players in the last 30 days was 22,000. Like Destiny 2 has way more than this.
Yeah,
and they sold for 3.7. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Like Elder Scrolls doesn't even seem that uber popular when I look at these Steam charts.
Do you want to share it?
Is it not sharing?
No.
Oh, it's on the side here. What's SPG saying? They straight up bought the brand, not its potential. Craziness. How do you just buy the brand for that much money?
Has the name.
Like... But you see this? Here's the active Steam charts for the players. So average players 13,000 in the past 30 days. Yeah.
Okay.
I just like
on Steam, though,
like
right?
Destiny. Yeah, but Destiny 2 on Steam is way more than this.
Yeah.
They're usually sitting at like 100,000 any given day, and they sold for half.
I don't know. I
feel like what did Microsoft? It's hard for me to process. Like you have Destiny 2 creating a massive MMO, super engaging, bringing people in time after time, brand new games on the horizon, and it gets half the money that this Bethesda thing does, and they're giving us like the dog's breakfast. When is Destiny 2 has never been in that shape as Starfield. When you travel from planet to planet, the loading screen at least is cool.
Yes.
It's cool. You're flying through space. Like...
Yeah, that's one of the things that like strike me when I first played Destiny was like the loading screen. You're flying. I was like, that's a cool loading screen. It's not just like a picture and a bar loading. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And if you're with people, it's a multiplayer game. With people, like if Starfield was multiplayer, I would forgive everything.
No.
I would forgive everything.
You saw Fallout 76 was terrible at launch. It was a fail when Bethesda came out with that. Now apparently it's pretty good. It's quite decent, but at the start was terrible. They were lacking NPC, so it was only other players. So the quest was kind of weird. Like, you know, there was no interaction other than with real people. So there was a lot of issue, a lot of bugs, and it was just like a Fallout 4. They put multiplayer. That's how it felt like. They changed a little bit of the UI, but that was it. And Starfield is just like just another one. If they would have made it multiplayer, it would have added another 10 years of wait and being the same thing, right?
Another 10 years of wait. Yeah, I'm just saying I would have forgiven all of these like buggy, like getting onto a planet and bushes flying in the middle of nowhere, like not attached to anything.
Yeah.
Or like coming into the lounge and everybody just falling from the sky.
Oh
onto the
yeah,
ground.
yeah. Or sometimes the mechanic, like you see like a ball flying off or something like that, an item flying off because like character NPCs walking against a table is all screwed up and the ball fly off and that's all in the Bethesda game.
SPG says it's a feather in the cap of Xbox, or so they perceived it to be. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Lo-Fi Monk says with Destiny 2, it feels like you're on autopilot. Definitely feels like you're on autopilot when you're in space. I'm not going to say that's wrong. Starfield takes away the suspension of disbelief. Starfield makes it brings the realism. It's almost like a Star Sim.
Well, if you look at Star Sims, there's like way more out there that way better. Got a friend playing Everspace. That's like even more detailed. It's an RPG. You're flying your ship, you're building your ship and stuff like that. That's bigger, better. You got EVE Online. That's a multiplayer where you build your ship and you play with other people online, and that game is massive. A lot of people spend real money for that. There's like plenty out there, like a space game that are massive, that's been going on for quite some time. So Starfield, I think it just had the Bethesda brand, and that's why people are playing it, right?
And all I keep hearing is this is Fallout in space. It may not be the open world experience because it's a lot of menu jumping for fast travel, but that's just sort of the sort of, I guess, symptom of space travel. Like it only makes sense to fast travel. I guess it doesn't make sense to fly all that way. But I don't know. They should have created some sort of fun mechanic.
They could have definitely made something better there. That's for sure.
Yeah. Starfield is a very weak looter shooter with a veneer or a wrapper that is supposed to be a RPG. Hey, and if anyone knows, how do vendor credits reset? Because I swear I sold all my stuff to the vendors and none of their money has reset.
Oh.
So all my vendors have $0 cash.
Just wait 24 hours usually. If I go like with Fallout and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, like, did you wait 24 hours?
No, I slept 8 hours because I'm a human.
Yeah, well, then you just sit. You go sit on a chair. No. You go sit on a chair and you press wait, and then it's gonna wait. You can sit on the toilet seat and wait for 24 hours if you want to.
And the last thing I'll say is inventory management. I feel like so many games have solved this, where if you pick up something that's going to make you encumbered, you could just instantly send it back to your ship or send it to your storage box. But here, it's like you become encumbered so quickly.
So that's why you have a companion. You can dump all your junk to your companion, right? You just like, here you go, here's all my junk, so you can carry or be overcumbered, and then I'm fine. But yeah, that type of game.
I didn't actually think of that trick.
Oh yeah, it's a common thing in Bethesda. Is like you can collect everything. You need to watch for the weight versus the amount, because that's usually where you get caught. You're like, oh, this thing sells for a lot, but like weight a lot. Like it's like the dumbbell. You can collect the dumbbell, but like they're fucking heavy.
SPG says the last thing I'll say is that if you walked up to a workbench or sat in a chair in Starfield, then you've also done the exact same thing in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76.
Yes.
As well as Fallout 3. It's the same
It's
thing.
all the same mechanic. It's the same thing. That's what I'm saying. If you know what game that has created in the past and you play that game, you feel like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like they use the same stuff. So like that's why when you were like fixing the spaceship, I was like, oh yeah, I can see that. That's Bethesda.
No, unacceptable. I call unacceptable. Like to click on a wrench and that is what fixed a space station?
Yeah, magic, man.
Let down. And that's why I went back on the Demon Souls.
Ah, there you go. You cannot fix any spaceship though.
No, I can't. And the spaceships are so expensive. I don't get the economy of it. Like, I can't imagine customizing a spaceship.
This way, you know, like the bucket trick. That was a trick that you could do. Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout. So you take a bucket and you put it over the head of the merchant, and then you can steal all this shit around, and he's not gonna notice.
But
I guess he doesn't see, so you can steal all this shit, and then you sell it back to him. That's how you can make money to like buy your spaceship. It's like the oldest trick. It's funny, but yeah, it's just like I saw a lot of news saying like, oh, all the tricks from like previous Bethesda game is still available in Starfield. Like, I go figure, but yeah.
Wow, that's painful. But I guess that's what it is. Cool to see. I'm sure it's a fan for everybody who wanted Fallout and a little bit of a different flavor.
Fallout in space, right?
Yeah. Well, let's get into a little bit of cloud gaming news now that we're done talking about Starfield.
Well, just before we go, what's your score you give to Starfield?
Oh, like the game physically made me feel ill. It's enraged me in anger every time I speak about it. I'm frustrated and confused by the sheer value of the company. I was let down a little bit.
Sounds more definitely like a 1 out of 10.
Yeah. But I have put in some time, but I said, every time I was playing it, I feel like I'm hate playing it just to experience it so I can talk about it. Yeah, so I'm gonna say a 3 out of 10.
That's good. I was thinking more like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah,
it's like,
but you haven't played it yet. You know the Bethesda. I don't want my score.
I started it and I was like, right away, I was like, oh yeah, it looks like Fallout, it feels like Fallout, or like any other Bethesda. Like just from the start, just the way they changed the UI. That's pretty much it. They changed the UI. They changed the way the inventory is. Someone's gonna come up with a better inventory system. They're gonna pull out a mod. And similar to Skyrim and Fallout, and then like all those features gonna be added. Then the game's gonna look beautiful. You're gonna have like 120 FPS mod or something like that, a texture mod, unofficial like patch mod. All those mods are always available online, and people come up with it like so quickly. So yeah.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see.
Right,
Hopefully, modders can save it. We look forward to Nad's score later on. We'll give him some time with the game. Let's rush through these as fast as we can. 3 wholesome indie games land on Utomic this week. Endling, Cozy Farming, and Grapple Dog. Now, Grapple Dog actually seems kind of fun. It's a platforming little 2D pixel game. If you're part of Utomic, be sure to catch that one. I have never checked out Utomic, but it's on the Gaming Hub.
Okay.
And that is a new device able to. I heard something saying that all of these services jumping into gaming now are the new disruptors for the gaming because they're sort of taking from the market share because it's such a large business, so much money going into gaming these days. But instead of evolving gaming to become attractive, they're just sort of repackaging gaming to siphon money. So it's interesting to see that perspective. But GFN Steam Update. GFN is definitely one that provides a valuable service to gaming, though, I would say. Allowing people to use old hardware to play games at optimum PC highest rig specs. So when Todd Howard says it's your PC, that's the problem. Hopefully GeForce Now brings Starfield to the plate, because that would be my preferred way to play the game.
Yes, definitely. That's like one other thing I will ask for is Starfield on GeForce Now. If it's on Game Pass, it should be on GeForce Now.
Yeah. But instead, you can look forward to Smurfs Kart Racing, Wizard with a Gun, and Overpass 2, along with 15 other titles coming to GeForce Now. But this is cool. This is cool to see. We have the next wave of Game Pass games. And what are we going to see from Game Pass, the cloud gaming platform? We have Gris, which is playable today. Sort of looks like a cozy virtual ambiance type game. We have Starfield available to play as well. We have given it sort of bad reviews, but you know, it's your own thing. Experience it for yourself. Solar Ash, which is a Souls-like game on a 2D platforming, or no, this is more of a parkour game, if I can remember. I just put it on low, right? Yeah, it's like parkour. And then Lies of P, which is a very big release for Game Pass. This is what looks to be a AAA Souls game based on the world of Pinocchio, of all things.
Is
definitely,
it?
Yeah.
Oh my
God.
God.
100%. You play Sophia, and you go into this world of toys. And yeah, but you don't have to get so that's what I'm trying to say here, Bliss, is if you want to save money with Lies of P, simply get it on PC Game Pass. It'll cost you $9.99, and you'll have access to it that month because it's coming day and date to PC Game Pass. So you want to save a couple bucks, this is definitely one to subscribe to, play for a month, and then unsubscribe.
Look at there goes Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Another
so
Souls
don't
like,
miss that one.
Like get popular now. All the Souls
Hi,
like
Hannah.
game are like all there.
Love you. She's walking by, getting ready.
Oh, there you go.
And then some more stuff for GeForce Now. This is an interesting little look into what's free and how to play it. So GeForce Now offers a free tier, and on that free tier is some free games. So if you're looking to get into gaming on the cheap, you always have this option. Additionally, there's a priority tier at $9.99 a month or $50 for 6 months, which offers you access to ray tracing as well as a 2080 rig in the cloud. But if you want that ultimate experience of 4K at 120 FPS, you can go on the ultimate tier for $19.99 a month or $100 for 6 months. Very popular free-to-play games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Counter-Strike, you name it, Warframe, Path of Exile, Lost Ark, the list goes on, and it is a great way to play these titles on mobile, from laptops to tablets. It's really a great option if you're in these game universes.
Yeah, definitely.
GeForce Now.
Uh,
And that is what we like to call a little commercial.
that's okay. So just so you know, we're up to 1,703 games in GeForce Now. So a lot of choice. And there's always like if you open the app on your computer, there's always a free to play section. You can look at the list of free to play. There's about 132 free to play games, so you can check it out, test it, see if you like it, and then go from there.
And we have GFN Thursday. 9 more PC Game Pass titles have arrived, but Starfield isn't one. Sorry about that. Not in our control, but we hope to see Starfield soon. Stay locked into our socials because we'll be telling you when it is available as soon as we know / embargo lets us know. GFN is adding 6 new games to the service this week. Synced, which I believe our friend N7 got to stream an early beta of, third-person cooperative shooter, Void Crew, Deceive, Death in Water, War for the Overworld, as well as Chance of the Senar. So very cool existing GFN games that are now also available via PC Game Pass. A Plague Tale of Requiem. So these are games that you could previously play via Steam, but they've actually turned on the Xbox option on. So if you have Game Pass, it's awesome now that you can get into Plague Tale Requiem, Call of the Wild, Insurgency, Monster Sanctuary, or SnowRunner. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
And lastly, one new place to play games. What's up, Miss Phoenix? Rising from the ashes. She is the Phoenix. Hope you're doing well today. We are just getting into some cloud gaming news. Now, it's now available on, that's right, backwards compatibility. That's the right word. 2020 TVs.
I think my TV can do it now.
Now, I was thinking you were saying, I thought you had a TV that was around this model. That's why I thought you would have liked this one.
Oh,
so you should check out to see if that Game Hub is now available. I know my TV is ancient. It's 2016. So there's zero chance I'm getting this gaming up.
I just need to be able to connect my controller to the TV somehow.
Well, Bluetooth, right? Does your TV have Bluetooth?
Try to think. Maybe not.
Or maybe the Xbox. I bet you the Xbox controller connects like it does on xCloud. Like I'm sure once you boot up xCloud, it'll ask, "Oh, turn on a controller in the area," and it'll link it. I don't know.
Maybe. That's quite possible. I'll have to check it out.
You can get streaming services like Xbox Cloud Gaming, GeForce Now, Utomic, Luna, Blacknut, etc. But everybody's got to try Blacknut. Come on.
Blacknut. I don't know that one, but sure.
Blacknut Games. Oh, come on. Blacknut Games right here. Play 500 plus premium games in one app. New games added weekly. This is a French company which decided I will be Blacknut and this will be my name.
More streaming company out there. That's crazy.
Yeah, and this is what I was kind of saying. People are looking at the market of gaming, the market share of gaming, and instead of innovating to take a piece of it, they're simply repackaging to take a piece of it. And I think that sort of bleeds a little bit from our sort of marketplace, and we really need things either pushing forward or don't help. But that is that. Now I will say at the end of this, Starfield doesn't deserve all the Rudigs hate. All right, I like to rant a little bit, and I apologize for people who like Starfield. Like I said, it's just not my flavor of food. and the loop's just not there for me. But I hope everybody enjoys Starfield if you have it, and just have fun when you're playing games, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any game clips? Because I have a depressing clip.
No, I do not have any game clips, so show me your depressing clip.
All right, Bliss, if you're here still, this depressing game clip is for you. It's uploading now. So the story goes is I was in Demon Souls, and I was taking on the Tower Knight, and I was 100% confident in my ability until I was not confident in my ability. Oh, you're heading out now? Love you. Bye, Hannah. Also something we can see. Check this out. Oh, it's hard to zoom in, but this must be a world record, okay? 165 minutes.
To wait for playing Cloud?
Yes. Yes. Crazy. I took this shot. I was like, there's no way. I think that's a world record. At that point, I turned off and I went to play some Demon Souls. But here is my clip, and I will freaking take down this boss. But honestly, I got a phone call at the worst possible time. I wasn't paying it. Anyways, here we go. I was so close. I was so close.
You got a phone call, right?
I was so close to finishing. Like, that boss has so much health. And to die at that point, it was devastating. Yes, I got rid of the archers first. And you know what was annoying, Bliss? One of the archers freaking fell down onto the ground, and he was sitting by the boss. Like, just chilling there, shooting me with arrows. So I had to strategically go around, hit him with a spell, and then go in and finish the boss. But, so close. Death by Mega Teabag. Yeah, that was the largest teabag I have ever been teabagged before. I was in with like 5% of his health. Beyond frustrating. And now I need to go build up supplies and stuff and get back to that point. That's the game. That's the game.
Go farm for supply, right?
Hey, you know, I'm just showing you, it's not all genius. It takes hard work, perseverance. That's how I get through these things.
Oh, I see. That's awesome.
Well, that is our show for this week. Yep. Thanks, Nads, for getting in here, getting back onto the Cloud Gaming Podcast train. We'll hopefully be back next week, and some details of a giveaway, perhaps. We should be more organized by then. But yeah, stay tuned to socials. Other than that, we'll see you next week, and be kind and bring peace into the world, right, Nads?
Yeah, exactly. You guys take care. We'll see you next time.
But as sick as beats